What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video for Code Vein. Now in this video, I'm going to show you guys how you can easily defeat the Hellfire Knight boss. Now if you guys aren't aware, this boss was released in the first DLC for Code Vein. So if you haven't got that DLC yet, I highly suggest you do. But with that being said, we're going to show you how to easily defeat him. Okay, so before we get started, I just want to put this out there and show you guys my level and my stats. So these are my level and my base stats right now. I'm only level 207 out of, I believe the max level is 300. So I'm not max level as some of the... So I'm not max level, so please don't worry about that being an issue. But I do recommend that, you know, if you have beat the game and you're let's say like 100, 110, you probably do want to level up quite a bit, just to make sure that your attack does balance out to somewhere around what mine is. Now I don't know the exact level or sweet spot, I apologize, but if you guys need a leveling guide, I do have another video up on the Code Vein playlist where I show you guys kind of my easy way to go ahead and farm some of that haze so you can level up easily. Now with that being said, obviously there are some things that you do have to set up beforehand so that way you can do this correctly. Okay, so let's talk about weapons and your blood veil. So your blood veil of choice is going to be important because it's going to depend on making sure that your gifts, both your light and your dark, do have high enough numbers to support the buffs that you're going to be doing for your character. So the one that I have is the Noble Silver Fortification, but if you notice, you can do any of these where it's kind of like a smaller blood veil, kind of like this one, the Noble Silver, Noble Darkness, GXM variant, etc, etc. Any of these type of blood veils will work. Me personally, I just have the Noble Silver, so you're going to want to make sure that you have Fortification plus 10 on your blood veil. Now if you look at the stat scaling, it will give you a strength of D+ and dexterity of D+, but the real importance here is the gifts. You want to make sure that your light and your dark are up there in terms of number, and that's what this blood veil is going to be giving you. Okay, so as far as weapons, we have the Obliterator Axe. Now it does have a transform of intensification plus 10, so you're going to want to make sure that you upgrade this as much as possible and make sure that you have a transformation of intensification plus 10. Now going over to blood code, we do have the Queenslayer blood code that is equipped. And for passive, we have a Halberd Mastery. This is going to give us an increased attack power when we have this Halberd equipped, or the Obliterator Axe. In addition to that, we do have Swift Destruction, we have Survival Instinct, and you're going to want to make sure that you have Strength, Dexterity up, as well as Mind and Fortitude up. So you're going to want to make sure that you have these ones unlocked. Again, that is the Halberd Mastery, the Swift Destruction, the Strength, Dexterity up, the Survival Instinct, and as well as the Mind Fortitude up. So what's going to happen is before the match even starts, you're going to want to make sure you have Halberd Mastery, Swift Destruction, Mind Fortitude, and Survival Instinct equipped. Now you will change one of these, but I will show you in the rotation that happens when you're applying your buffs, so I won't talk about that right now. Okay, so let's talk about gifts. Now the gifts is what makes this happen. Now, two things. One, you have to have every single gift that I have on this screen here, and obviously we will go over them. You can go through your blood code, make sure that you have them unlocked and you have them at max proficiency, so that way you can use them on any blood code. In addition to that, if you don't, you know, just look it up which vestiges you need to unlock in order to get those. But without going too far into detail, again, you need to make sure that you have every single one that I'm showing on the screen. In addition to that, when I apply the buff, I will show you the sequence that I do, and you have to follow it to a T. If you don't follow it to a T, this will not work. Okay, so with that being said, let me explain. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be applying buffs. As we apply a buff, we're going to be using Blood Sacrifice. Now, Blood Sacrifice spends your own HP to gain Ichor back. Now, obviously, as you guys are aware, as you start buffing yourself, your Ichor will drain. So mainly what we're going to be doing is we're going to be applying a buff, and then we're going to be hitting Blood Sacrifice, applying the next buff, etc, etc. Now, you need to make sure, again, that you follow these in the sequential order that I do, and the buffs will work properly. Now, how I have my gifts set up is how I'm going to be doing them in the sequence. Okay, so for starters, we have Bridge to Glory, which temporarily boosts attack power. Now, next we have Flashing Fang, which increases the power of the next attack. You will notice that your stats don't meet the requirements for Flashing Fang. Once you hit Bridge to Glory, you're going to go over to Mind Fortitude up, and you're going to switch this to Strength and Dexterity up, which increases your Strength and Dexterity. Now, once you have that equipped, it will allow you to use this, so I just want you guys to know that beforehand before we get into the sequencing and the buffs, which I'll show you again. Next, we have Fatal Surge, which increases the attack for me and Jack. So again, make sure that your partner is Jack for this to work. Now it does increase your attack power and reduces stamina and sacrifices regen. So you will notice that when you hit this, your ichor goes from 20 to 10. That's okay. Don't worry too much about that, because we're going to be hitting Final Journey right after that, which restores all HP and increases all abilities, but kills you after some time. Now, once you're done with these ones up here, you're going to go down and you're going to start at Merciless Reaper. Now, Merciless Reaper ignores some of the enemy's physical defense and weapon defense for your next attack. Then you're going to hit Overdrive, which increases you and your partner's attack. The effect ends when you take damage. Next, we're going to do Lightning Weapon, which adds some lightning damage to your weapon. I've seen people in other videos use Flame. What I recommend, me personally, is using Lightning, just because I've seen that it works better, or for me, at least, it works better. Now, once you're hitting those three, what you're going to do is you're going to hit one more Blood Sacrifice, so that way your ichor is going to be a 6 out of 10, which you will see again once I do the sequence up here shortly. But it's going to be 6 out of 10, allowing you to do that final move. Now, once you do these three and you hit the Blood Sacrifice one more time, you're going to go ahead and switch this from Blood Sacrifice to Severing Abyss. So Severing Abyss is probably one of the most OP gift attacks that you have. It's a leap and slam, so it does take a couple of seconds. So shortly you will see that I do run up to it and I get just enough time to hit the attack off and hit that 99k. Alright, so another important thing that I want to point out to you guys is that when you go over to the Horror Hunting Trials, this only works for difficulty 1. I've tried it from difficulty 2 all the way up to difficulty 10, but as far as hitting that 99k in that one shot, it's only going to work on difficulty 1, so make sure that you have that there. Now, with that being said, I will be working on other guides on how to beat him at obviously the highest level, because some of these rewards require that you do beat him at level 10. So just be on the lookout for those videos, but again, level 1 guys for this to work. All right, so you'll see that he's here and he's right there. Now, you will notice that by the time you get probably halfway, he's going to start getting ready to attack. Do not worry, just keep running up to him as you see I do. Okay, so again, starting with the gifts all the way at the top left, I'm just going to run through the sequence that I explained to you guys earlier. So we're going to hit this. We're going to go in here. We're going to switch this to Strength and Dexterity. We're going to hit Triangle. We're going to hit Blood Sacrifice a couple of times. Then we're going to hit the Surge. Okay, so my ichor went from 20 to 10. We're going to keep hitting this. Then we're going to hit the regen. Blood Sacrifice. Again. Then we're going to do attack power up. Lightning damage. Okay, and then we'll do one more. And then we'll switch this Blood Sacrifice to the Severing Abyss. We will run up. All right, and then you'll see at the top right, I did do 99k. So obviously from here, you can just hack and slash him away. And super easy, guys. I mean, this is a trick that definitely works. It'll help you get that completion little goal there that you have for the challenge. If you look at the top right, the time elapsed was 21 seconds. So if you guys are having trouble with that, that is a method that I definitely recommend, and I hope it helps you guys defeat the Hellfire Knight boss. Now, with that being said, if this video was helpful, go ahead and make sure that you leave a like. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because obviously we're going to be doing how-tos, tips, and tricks for games that we play. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.